In this video, I will talk to you about easy grammar systems, easy grammar books for grades 3 and 4, plus a little bit about the overall system, what we used in 2nd grade, and about their daily grams books. Let's get started. So Easy Grammar is a great comprehensive system that you can start as early as 1st grade. You can go onto their website and you could choose to either just go with their current grade or you could take a placement test. The placement test, there's not going to be a recommendation to go down a grade. It will just basically determine if you should stick with your current grade or if you should go up one level. So we have used Easy Grammar for 3rd grade, 4th grade, and also I used this book, which appears to be quite an older version that I had found on Amazon, for 2nd grade with my daughter as well. So she has used this book and this book. My son has used this book and this book. So we did not use it. We actually did not start homeschooling until 2nd grade, but there is... For 1st grade, I'm going to show you, I actually just printed off, they have samples on the site that you can look at, and I printed off just so you could see what a 1st grade level grammar would look like. This is day 53 is one of the samples they have. And you would have capitalization. Capitalize the name of each month, examples January and February. So they have, we went to Grand Lake in August. So you would work with them to learn what to capitalize. They have punctuation. They have a lesson, what a command is and what an exclamation is, and then they need to read this sentence and tell you if it's an exclamation or command, and then they have one sentence for you to write. So that is what grammar looks like in this program with Easy Grammar in 1st grade. Now in 2nd grade, the book that I had here, which was the Daily Guided Teaching and Review for 2nd and 3rd grades, and there is a different one at the store, but this is actually the one I had. Kind of goes through, and we did skip around. So you have capitalization, punctuation, you have a different part of speech. So they'll recap it. A noun names a person, place, or thing. Verbs, and they just have some things to work through. And then sentence combining is at the end of each assignment. I'll show you back here with my daughter. Obviously, we're working on handwriting quite a bit at this point. This is when we first started homeschooling in 2nd. It was really, sometimes putting the sentences together and writing it all at the same time was a little hard, so I kind of borrowed a little bit from Brave Writer on the Jot It Down partnership. So we would work through it verbally, and she would give me the sentence, and I would write it. His hair is black. His hair is shiny. She would help me come up with this verbally. His hair is black and shiny. So I would write that down and then she would copy it. That's just kind of how we modified doing that for 2nd grade, but you can really make it work for you. So it's just pretty similar to 1st grade, just kind of moves up a level. And that's sort of what you're going to see with this whole program is that you go up a level. When you hit 3rd grade, I'm going to show you this book. This is the teacher edition. I'm going to show you in here in the teacher edition. Let me flip back to one we have not used. Okay. This page is going to be the teacher page. It tells you notes about what to talk to about your student. But then it's going to have down here the answers, but this page it won't. I have seen some people say that they just, take a piece of paper and lay it over that and have their kids fill it out. Or you can purchase the accompanying student workbook, which is what I chose to do. And I just found that a lot easier. It's not terribly expensive. So we purchased that for the kids to use. So with this book, you will have, there's assessment tests that you can copy out for the kids to use. There's a pre-assessment and a post-assessment that you can use after, before and after you start this program, so you can hopefully see the progress that you're making. A lot of the difference in each grade, they sort of grow as you go. For 3rd grade, I'm trying to find where we start. Prepositions. So for 3rd grade, you have your preposition list. It's going to have 28 prepositions. By the time you get up into 4th grade, they have grown the preposition list to include 40 prepositions that they want you working on. So there's the 4th grade preposition list versus the 3rd grade preposition list. And 5th and 6th grade both have 53 prepositions for the kids to work on. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of the index for 3rd grade. So you start with your prepositions, then you go on to verbs. You have contractions, it's versus its, their, your. We move into nouns, adjectives, conjunctions, interjections, adverbs, types of sentences, pronouns. Then we have capitalization, punctuation, writing friendly note and letter, writing sentences. We have items in a series and appositives. And they do have a sample in here of dailygrams. And dailygrams is a different book from this. This is considered easy grammar. There's also dailygrams that you can use to go with it. Let's just take a look. Page 510, and I've actually got one printed too. So a dailygram looks like this. Very similar to me in style of how they treat 1st and 2nd grade. You have capitalization, punctuation, parts of speech, verbs, parts of speech, nouns, and sentence combining. And you have one of those a day, and I believe it's 180 days of that. And I have seen people talk about the ways that they have used it. We have not yet. Some people use that in conjunction with easy grammar, and some people use it as a standalone. And then there's also, and I kind of like this, where you do 1 year of just really deep digging with grammar. Then you take a couple of years and you do dailygrams, and then you go back and do another year of this, and then you could do the dailygrams, because you're going to keep, it's kind of you're just kind of going through the same information. I'll show you the table of contents for 4th grade. We still have your prepositions, your verbs, your nouns, types of sentences, conjunctions, interjections, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns. You have friendly letter, working on envelopes, capitalization, punctuation. We're still doing writing sentences, items in a series, and appositives. And they show a sample of what a 4th grade dailygram would look like, which is also quite similar. And I do really like the dailygram series. And I do like the notion of going back and forth between using dailygrams 1 year, the full grammar text another. So this would be the dailygrams. You have 5 main things: capitalization, punctuation. This time we have alphabetizing, subject, verb, and sentence combining once again. There is also something called Easy Grammar Plus, and it is a non-grade level with a wider application. It's kind of targeted at sort of the middle grade, 7th grade range. But on their site, they do say that it is used in various middle schools, high schools, and even into some colleges. So you can kind of take a look at those. I'm going to put a link in the description that shows the scope and sequence by grade, by program, so you can take a look and see where you might be interested more and what might fit for you. There's also something called the Ultimate Series that is for grades 8 through 12, but we're not anywhere near using that yet ourselves. But I do like how this is taught in a sequential, like, grammar units, and every single one of them starts with a preposition, and you kind of build forward, going from there with subjects and verbs. It's been a really great system to use. Here I have so I showed you the examples of 3rd and 4th grade dailygrams, and I did print off one more because the dailygrams run up till grade 7. They don't actually start until 3rd grade. The easy grammar starts in 1st grade. The dailygrams don't start until 3rd grade, and that runs till 7th. So this is what the 7th grade dailygram would look like. And so when you get into, so we have capitalization again, and you have punctuation, analogies, we have parts of speech, and here's sentence combining, but as you can see, there's been a real growth in sentence combining. So this is what is 4th grade sentence combining looks like. We have 2 sentences, they're relatively short, and by 7th grade, your sentence combining is looking like this. So it just keeps growing. As the child grows, the material gets a little bit more difficult. I think it's a really great program. It's complete, and it's extremely easy to teach. The teacher's manuals have so much information in them. They have this to the teacher section, and they will teach you how to teach. Here we have complete subject and verb, and they have all of this throughout. They have notes to teachers on each section, and then you can see exactly this is what your student's page is going to look like in their workbook. If you buy the workbook, you have the answers, you have tips. It's extremely easy to teach, and I would highly recommend this. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And if you'd like to see future content, please subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today.